Is this thing on? Hi, folks. Welcome to this edition of Interview with the Street Corner. We're rolling, and we are tuning in tonight with the corner of Bridgetown and Middlebridge Road on the banks of the Pettaquamscut River. First of all, thank you so much for being here tonight. I know you've come a long way, tuning in all the way from the East Coast. So, pandemic and whatnot, how have you been? It's been a while.
Enter a tangled thicket of meanings, a shifting bed of layers prone to inundation, and a realm where memories of place propel historical action, its green brilliance heaving and swaying in restless animation.
Gorgeous. I love that. Restless animation. Anything else? I mean, what are some changes that you've noticed over the past couple of years?
Not a unitary static space, nor one that could be easily encapsulated by a single place name, but instead a series of small coves, tidal flats, open expanses, fast-moving and deep channels that sweep around islands and rocky protuberances. A zone constantly in motion and linked to interior lands by spiderwebs of rivers and brooks.
Gorgeous. Thanks for that. So the next question that I think is on everyone's mind is, what is up with all the cats?
Some guys down the way. One built a place called the Glebe, the other pickled herring and sold it and ended up drowned in the water himself. It might not have been a fishing accident. There are ways to catch fish in a weir that give them a standing chance, and Old Man Lacey was taking too many. And then there was Rumpy and Tammy and Peaches and Cuddles, Ruby and Mittens and Chester and Snuggles, each one of them more beautiful than the last, each one of them smashed out on the pavement like the guy on the motorcycle or the 758 motorists and counting.
That is a lot of motorists.
Owls, even to this day, are still considered an omen, even though they're beautiful. If you see one in the daytime, it's considered an omen of death because they're a nocturnal bird and shouldn't be seen in the daytime. Now, some of those cats go in and out of the forts.
Yeah, the forts. I wanted to get to that next. What were they digging for exactly?
There's a hole in the bucket. No, just kidding. A hole in the ground filled with soot. It's a fort of sorts. You remember the forts? The ones with the graffiti and candles and a 5-pointed star and a ring? And the ones before that in a grove by a bog where there are plants you don't touch and things you don't dig. Well, they dug.
Typical. Of course they did. And what were they picking at anyways?
Structures that remained after that may have gone down with the 38 hurricane. Then it became pretty much a ghost town. Because, well, it was hard to say what the substance was initially. It eventually was used in the making of cannonballs.
Yikes. So let's talk about the ticks. I know they get a really bad rap, but let's hear about them.
From a lack of freezing temperatures in the winter to new weeds appearing and thriving from year to year, poison ivies partying at the edges, along with ticks and bacteria and mugwort, etc. Lots of invasives, and it seems there's more and more and more of them. It feels like 10 or 15 years ago there weren't so many, and now they're just everywhere. These different kinds of invasive plants that, disrupt the ecosystem that we have here. Phragmites, bamboo, autumn olive, Japanese knotweed, barberry, etc.
Yeah, I've noticed some of that out here too. Some different ones, but similar stuff. So we're kind of running out of time here. I don't know if we have any callers lined up yet with any questions, but just any last thoughts while we wait to see if we've got any calls coming in?
In these liminal, fecund places, boundaries between land and water, dark and light, surface and underworld, frequently blur. Powerful things are known to happen in swamps.
You can say that again. And thank you so much again for tuning in over the short waves to be with us here tonight. I think all of our listeners appreciated that, and we'll see you all next time. Have a great evening.